Hanzu is right. The Grineer can never be allowed to live comfortably on the plains. Let's make this place as inhospitable as possible for them. This Grineer detachment is running low on material. Let's hasten the process by taking out one of their armored supply vaults.
So there's no way for me to really demonstrate the Necramech in its current state because it's not available in the simulacrum. I expect this is because it's not available in regular missions et al, just the event. So I suppose when the Necramechs are fully integrated into regular missions, that is when we'll be able to use the simulacrum for a Necramech build. Until then, we'll just have a look at the build that I'm using in this Steel Pass Plains of Eidolon gameplay. So here we are in the arsenal real quick, just taking a quick break from that gameplay. And basically the build is a very straightforward 6 Forma build, and the reason why I'm going for a 6 Forma build is because I can, and mainly because we do have an event affinity booster at the present moment, which I believe stacks on top of my regular affinity booster. That does mean that I only need to kill somewhere between 8 and 9 or fixes, and I generally speaking will have more than enough affinity for that. Maybe around 10 or 12 tops. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. The point is that you need to actually max out your VOIDRIG to level 40 once again. So here's the thing though, you don't necessarily need 6 Forma for your VOIDRIG. You can actually get away, I reckon, with around 2 or 3 if you want. 1 is probably pushing it a little bit on the scuffed side, but I think you'll be absolutely perfectly fine. And that is because a lot of these mods that I am using are really just quality of life mods. We're looking mainly at Necramech hydraulics for extra jump speed, that's cute. Necramech friction for extra slide efficiency, that's also pretty cute. We're looking at Necramech refuel for the engine replenish, that's cute. We're looking at Necramech enemy sense with that extra enemy radar. That's really useful because things like actual enemy radar don't seem to work if you actually have it on your Warframe, so you actually need to use enemy sense if you actually want to have an enemy radar on your Necramech. And then there's Necramech thrusters. I would classify Necramech thrusters more as a mod that you should definitely use if you can find it. Otherwise, by definition, it is still a quality of life mod. The ones that really matter, of course, on this build are Necramech Intensify for that extra ability strength, Necramech Streamline for ability efficiency, Necramech Flow for energy maximum, Necramech Stretch for ability rage, and then, of course, we'll look into Necramech Vitality for that extra health. Obviously, this one, and this one, they're basically your stock standard Warframe mods. Of course, you'd use them on your Necramech if you were going to use them on your Warframe as well. The big thing is that I do find that on the VOIDRIG, for example, the Necramech continuity doesn't seem to be terribly useful. It will help with the energy drain of guard mode, i.e. the Aquabex, but honestly, not by a whole lot. I would actually rather, personally, to just use one of the quality of life mods instead. But if for whatever reason you don't really care about that extra jump speed, which makes perfect sense to not care about that jump speed, then yes, absolutely. Swapping that with Necramech continuity will of course make a nice difference if you don't really care about that extra jump speed. I personally am not going to find it that big of a deal. Meanwhile, we have Necramech Vitality, Necramech Rage, and Necramech Repair. So these are a very, very good combo that kind of makes Necramech the sort of incredible rage tank that it actually is. So, obviously we're using Necramech Rage, which is a scuffed version of Rage. It converts only 15% of damage to health to energy, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but still it is actually quite powerful and I have been making quite a lot of use out of it. Necramech Repair, on the other hand, is super duper powerful. So initially I actually read this wrong and thought it was just restore 10% health over 3 seconds. It's actually restore 10% health a second over 3 seconds. So what that actually means is when your Necramech reaches 20% health, you actually get to restore up to 30% of your Necramech's health, i.e. bringing it from 20% up to 50%. So that's actually really, really strong. On the VOIDRIG with Necramech Vitality attached, that means you just need to wait until your Necramech hits 800 health, and then it'll go right back up to 2,400 health over 3 seconds. That is really, really good. But ultimately, this is the build that I am using, and it seems to be working really, really well for me. In terms of the Aquabex build, of course, let's just have a quick look at it for those who are curious. Here is the build that I am using, which is just basically a corrosive build with a bit of heat as well. Generally speaking, I might sometimes just swap it out with a viral and heat build. It really doesn't matter, ultimately, because this thing hits like a truck so hard, we're talking like a lot of damage anyway, that it doesn't really matter what particular elements you want to use. You could just basically destroy everything in the game, more or less, in 1 or 2 shots easy. So that's pretty much it. But otherwise, the rest of this gameplay is pretty straightforward. We're just going to be doing another Necramech mission with Plains of Eidolon. So, enjoy.
Uncertainty and infighting among his former troops. Good work. This is the time to strike.
imagine a future without Grenadier. Now I can, thanks to you.
And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Is this the kind of Necramech build that you would use for your Necramech? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!